Una? Oh,
It's Leo. It's Leo, Nguyễn. It's
Leo?
Leo.
Oh, Leo. Oh, Leo. Hi, Leo.
Okay, yeah, to keep the standard right, I hope everyone can turn on the cam,
What's on train?
turn on the webcam to make it fair for everyone. Yeah, and you don't have to record right now, but you can record later. But I hope that I already saw that our team don't really have much training every week compared to the other team. So I hope whenever we have a training from Upline, from us, everyone can take it seriously, because just imagine that you're gonna have your own team, and then you create a training, and then they come late, or they join with camp up without reason, or they gonna do something else, distract themselves during the training time, and then later on they're gonna ask you the same question again, the knowledge that you already trained already, but they're gonna ask again. Is that gonna feel a little bit annoying? It's like you go to work and your post already training you, but then you keep asking again and again for the next time. They're gonna kick you out, bro. They're not gonna, accept for you to be there, right? So I hope that everyone can be on the same page. I already changed the time from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., which is another hour for everyone can finish your stuff, right? Yeah. So yep, that's just friendly remind, and I hope that next time we can upgrade the standard of the training. Yeah, because just to be honest with you, this team is a team that don't really have much training compared to the other team. You don't know if you check the UT chat, oh my god, like every week the other team they're gonna have a training on Monday, on Wednesday, on Thursday. You see? Yeah. So this team we just stick with the basic, which is Tuesday and Friday, and sometime on the weekend, you say. But then some people is still not really take it seriously, you say. So it's gonna be hard for you when you set the goal. Okay, you want to go platinum, you want to go BBI in the short term, but you, as a business owner, you don't take the training for business seriously, right? Yeah. So yeah, you can start record now. Yeah, so that's just friendly remind, but seriously. Okay. Okay, yeah, guys. So I think today I gonna be a host, speaker, and then I'm gonna bring up some speaker as well. And I see that our team is what is the goal for the whole team right now, guys? Is anyone still aware? What is
San Diego.
7,500.
7,500 PV.
Some people say San Diego, some people say PV. That's all correct, right? So if you say that in the April, which is the very hustling months, which is a lot of events, a lot of activity that come out for you guys. But you have to really ask yourself that, is the team hustling or yourself hustling? You say, because if the whole team, they have the vision, they have the goal, they have the qualification for you, but then yourself not hustling to work it, to make it happen, then that doesn't mean anything, right? It's just like apply create a qualification, but you don't really work hard to qualify for it, say. So it's mean that month is hustling months or waste time is really depend on your activity, your routine every single day, right? So today, we just make the flyer very like look cool, vision of the team, right? But here's the thing, me and Chef, we just see some problem in the team and we want to bring it up today. Yeah, like from everyone, not just each individual or anything. Yeah, and I think that Mikhail have something to say as well. Yeah, so far, what I kind of want to share with you is everyone in here, the newest one is even what is it, launched for the business more than 3 months already, right? Who is the newest in here? That's me now. I think that me now. Yeah. Corey, you don't even launch yet. I still don't know when you're gonna launch, bruh. Okay, so you have to figure out what your upcoming apply. you have to talk with your apply, okay? Yeah. So anyway, I really but that's the problem, guys. Like, you know, sometime when we launch or not, we don't even know. You say to me that, you know, the quality launch is the one that launch and, you know, like in the B2B of you say. So here's the thing. Today, of course, we're gonna talk about the vision, which is, to me, if as a business owner, but you don't have the vision, which means your business is gonna fail soon. You know, it's like you open the restaurants, but you don't have the vision of how to upgrade it or how to, you know, like make the profit going up. You lost money. You get what I mean? You know, so, but so many of us in here, we just join the business and we just wait for the upline tell us the task, what we need to do. You know, either you are that type of person or you've super independent. You don't really have mentorship to guiding you. Let me repeat, there's two IBO that's gonna fail very soon in the business. Is the one don't use the mentorship. They in the independent doing the work, or the one don't do anything. You say, so you have to choose. You know, you have to look at in the mirror and then you check. Sometime that you're gonna sell talk, you say, oh, that's not you. But then, hey guys, if you already in the business for more than 3 or 4 months, but you don't grow anything, to me that's a failure. Don't take it too extreme, okay? When I say failure, which is mean if you know you fail, then when you're gonna get up and start to do it again. Say, don't feel too bad, don't feel too like take it too extreme and think that okay, oh my god, I make a huge mistake, I don't think I can do business anymore. Is like, but I think the reason why me and Jeff, you know, we want to mention about this today because I just feel like the question is who gonna be the upcoming BFI, upcoming BBI. I don't see anyone can be close to that yet. So maybe this today is gonna be the reality check a bit. Okay, it's not really like training whatsoever. You know, of course we're gonna share along the way, but I just see that most of you guys either you don't work with the upline consistency or you just don't really do anything for the business yet, but you expect the result. You say, yeah, but here's the thing. If you are the BPU, you know, like system support you, you should have some clear vision for yourself that when you're gonna go platinum, platinum is the minimum income to retire yourself. Do you know this basic knowledge? Right? So platinum level is the minimum level to retire yourself. Then you have to ask yourself, you have to kind of have the idea of when you want to go platinum for yourself. Right now we're running platinum. I know that some of you in here, you don't have a strong why. So you just run the PV for the upline. You don't run for yourself. It's very hard to think for ourselves, right? You know, especially as a young age like this, we have a hard time to think for ourselves. Most of the time, you still have the habit of think for other people, but not for yourself. So you bring that behavior, you bring that habit into this business. Oh, I'm gonna do for my upline, I'm gonna do for my downline, I'm gonna do because of my cost line, it's my running body, but not about yourself. You're not wrong, but you're not right 100% yet. You know, for me, the reason why to keep me stay consistency and you know like just try to get the result in the business because I do for myself. I do for myself first, and then the next you know level of reason is I do for other people. But most of you in here, I don't see anyone that you have the idea of do for yourself yet. Either you just do because of, you're afraid upline gonna yelling at you, or you do because everyone in here do. If I don't do, I feel bad. But it's not about, okay, I'm gonna set a goal when I want to go platinum and plan backward. Okay, when I hit 2x3, 2x5, 3x10, stuff like that. You say, so you just do because, I afraid upline yelling at me, or I afraid I left behind, I afraid I don't have recognition on the big page. So far, that is just a motivation why, but not realistic why. So even if you already IPO, do not stop growing your why. I don't see anyone really mention about your why with me right after you launch. That's already something wrong. The day you launch doesn't mean you really qualify. The day you launch, it's just that you say yes with the mentorship with us. That's all. So today I want to talk about the core IBO look like. Is anyone understand what is core mean?
Doing a nine core set, which says first you're reading, you're showing the plan, you're going out to pretty much do 3 to 5 meetings, reading, listening, and having a customer BCS volume. Yeah.
So I'm not sure that the other, like your upline talking about this to you, but to me that the goal, the day that you launch is just the beginning. You don't done anything. You don't start anything yet. But a lot of you in here, you didn't take the mentorship seriously. Can the host give me the chance to share, please? Can I share my screen? Okay. Yeah. Even me have to listen to other audio as well. You see?
I don't see the screen anymore.
So here's the thing, guys. So many of you, after you launch, you take the mentorship very lightly. What I mean by that is because even until now, we don't break more people with second leg or third leg yet. Then that is something wrong already. Take you so long to get the result, but you don't even feel bored about that. So what kinds of IBO, what kinds of independent business owner like that? The day that you launch is in here. Say, let me move. Day you launch. And this is the day that you go platinum. Let's say the day that you start platinum. This journey, trust me, it's not gonna be the straightforward like freeway and then you not gonna expect any tough time gonna happen. It's gonna like the roller coaster up and down, up and down. You kind of have to identify in this journey what you need to do. So many of you just jump into doing the business, going out, do PV, fighting people, without have the right expectation for yourself. Is it true that before you come into any semester or any quarter of your class, you have to talking with the counselor, you have to planning out which class that you need to take in which semester? Yes, right? Before you jump into go to work, you need the manager or whoever over there have experience to teaching you some of the training, right? But guys, did you do that for your business? Process and learn how to do business is two different things. The whole selection process, 1 to 7 step, it's just to test you You just to test if you can become the business owner and be the partner with us or not. But after that, you still need the time to train yourself to become the business owner. But most of you guys skip that part. You go straight to independent working. Or you just, like don't do anything. So my question is, how can you become from a normal IBO to become the core IBO? What does core mean? You have to going around, you have to ask, you have to observe how is the upline, they react, how's their routine, how they learn the skill, how they learn the mindsets as a core IBO. But no one in here, you come to the business with the seriously mentality of, hey guys, what I need to do to go in platinum. So many times, Mikau team planning goal. And what you're gonna do after that, you don't do anything. Quant team the same. Everyone in here. And the reason why I want to bring up today, because why? Me and Jeff, we don't want to go platinum and fail down. We don't want to go platinum and then we fell back to 2000 PV. But most of young people, even I have the problem same before too. I'm not in here to kind of like really expect anything, but I just share what I didn't do well before, what I didn't do right, and then I waste my time before. That's why we didn't go platinum early, that I didn't, most of you guys in here and even me before, we didn't have the long-term thinking. When we talk about platinum, everyone excited, but did you prepare to become a platinum? Just last month, I know so many people mess up with money, time, school, budgeting, family. Do you know that for Phil, in the first few months, he has to planning out for the whole years of what he gonna do? Not even a month, but the whole years. How's school, how's job, how to deal with family, stuff like that. And then he gonna have 100% focus for the business. But most of you, we short-term thinking, we just think, okay, I'm gonna just do what I excited to do. But you're not even planning out how is your condition, how's your day, monthly, or weekly goal gonna look like. Some people you can plan it out, but you guys don't stick with that goal. And some people just going out and do the work without planning anything. But as a business owner, the first thing you should learn is, of course, is still changing your mindset. You finish selection process doesn't mean your mindset is improved. You didn't improve much. Some people in here, you not even really have the quality process. You just try to get the step done. You didn't even finish the audio much. But I don't want my quality of the business is going down like this. You have to do this job for your team later on as well. If you see something wrong, you have to speak it up for the team. I love you guys. That's why that I need to tell you the reality check like today. You didn't improve your mindset, anything. Some people still using the short-term thinking, emotional things, condition mess up. Here's the thing, Phil always tell me this, if your condition still mess up, I don't want to talk about business with you. The day that he told me that, I never let my condition mess up because I know that I need to hear advice about business from Phil. But a bunch of people in here that, that expect the upline do this and that for you, but the condition is still very messed up. You don't talk about condition much with us. You don't talk about lifelong goal with us. You don't talk about anything with us, And I even have to pray for you guys to HBH with me. I don't know how Jeff feel, but I just feel like we cannot continue to run platinum with the quality of the. We can hit platinum with quantity, but do you think that the people that you launch, they're gonna stay because of your version right now? I have to push myself to grow a lot. My upline have to push themselves to grow a lot. But most of you guys in here, either that you're really afraid or you're running away from personal growth. But core IBO is doing the work and personal growth, okay? Core IBO, do the work. But don't stop growing themselves. What I mean by growing yourself is growing mindsets and skill set. Because if you don't grow this, then how you can have result from doing the work? You see? So here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. You cannot running away from growing mindsets and skill set. But to growing this, what you need to do, you have to accept that you are not strong yet. So first, you have to accept yourself. What I mean by accept is do not feeling down, but accept that you're weak and you need help. Don't have the ego in here. First, you accept yourself. Second, you're seeking for help. If you're confident that you do good in here, can you raise your hand? Even me, I still have to do this. I still have to accept that I didn't do well at some area and I need help from the other apply from field. But I don't know why for so long this team have so many people running away from growing yourself. And then you expect the result. And when you don't have a result, you feel bad. And then who is the one that have to take care of your emotional when you don't have result? It's us. So is it fair for us? No. You see? So before you have the vision of getting money, please have the vision of growing yourself first. Life is very fair. Poor people say life is unfair, but rich people say life is very fair. Because rich people have to work hard to make money. Poor people don't do anything but expect money. That's why that they always feel unfair. So let me ask you a question. How many people in here have the right expectation for yourself and working consistency with the apply? I want to treat everyone in here as an adult. It's not a kid anymore. But you have to know how the adult work together. They not independent, they're not dependent, but they interdependent. What I mean interdependent is they still think, they still do the work, but they always check back with the coach, with the mentor, and they learn how to do it better next time. Some people in here, you have to identify you in the number 1 or number 2. Did you accept that you are wrong? Did you accept that you need mentorship? We don't want to waste our time for 2 or 3 months to do the process for you guys. But after finish the process, you didn't treat this business seriously. You get my point? So right at the beginning, here's the thing, guys. The reason why you don't have much good candidate in the process right now, because your process don't even have the quality, high quality. So you don't know how is the candidate good look like. Let me remind for you, the process from number 1 to number 7 is to prepare the mentality to become the business owner. Mental toughness, condition right. But how come right now some people as an IBO, you still mess up with condition? So don't expect your candidate gonna be sharp. Don't expect you gonna find a sharp candidate because you don't even shop. You say? So why don't you thinking about be serious, accept yourself? You have your strength, don't get me wrong. You have your strength. Everyone have your strength. But of course, as a business owner, you must grow in yourself every day and every month. Who in here already become core IBO? I cannot tell everyone in here yet. Did you come to the upline and ask how to become a core IBO? No. You say, so either that we never tell you, your upline never tell you, or you don't think about that. You don't think about your quality as an IBO yet. But it's very dangerous if we keep continuing like this. I don't want that my upline break the platinum, but then they fell back next month. We finished the first month. We're on the way to finish the second month. The fourth month and the fifth month, what's gonna happen? I can visualize that it's gonna go down. Even that we finish 6 months, I still don't feel good because the quality of the IBO is not good. I share this not for my benefit, but for your benefit as well. Because everyone in here is separately business owner, like each individual business. You should have your own standard. When I talk about standards, some people gonna think, oh, it's about PV, it's about meet and greet. So that's why that you push your downline to do PV. No, the standard for yourself first. Do you have your own standard for yourself? Did you expect yourself more? No. It's easy to expect other people than yourself. It's easy to change people than change yourself. That's why so far no one have the right attitudes of using mentorship at all. Still have a lot of people emotional running away or have ego with apply, or just very kind, like don't want to do much yet, So if you say that you want to be the wingman, a wing woman for the upline, is you become core IBO first, guys. Core IBO make more money in normal IBO. And leader make more money than core IBO. So the step that you should expect so far is you launch, you become IBO. But you have to learn to become core IBO. IBO, you're going to start to have a team. When you have a team, then you learn to become a leader that keep the team. But most of you is stuck in here. You say, you can make some money. Doesn't mean that you're a good person. Doesn't mean you're a good IBO yet. Yeah. It took me and Jeff for so long to go platinum because no one, kind of like pointing out this for us at very early. Or my upline did point out, but again, we have the ego. We didn't kind of accept. Who in here want to go platinum in 3 years? No, you have to be honest with your answer. Don't just raise hand because you're excited. You have to check with your ability as well. When someone you say that you want to go platinum, of course that is a dream. That is the expectation, high expectation that you should expect, right? But the next step you didn't do is you check the reality. You check with the reality. How to go platinum is not about PV and people. Because if I have like 22,500 right now, I can do 7,500 PV. That I'm a silver for a month. And if I can have more money next month and I go platinum. But is anyone going to respect me if I go that way? No. Because I don't have any downline. I use all my money for going platinum. It doesn't mean that, I know how to run Amway business. It doesn't mean that I can become a leader in here. You say, on the big stage, of course, the speaker gonna very excited, and ask you, do you want to go platinum? Everyone say yes, because you're excited. But when you go home, you have to check with the reality. You have to have the game plan. You say, when you don't grow your inside, do not expect the outside happen. And so many of you in here keep running for PV and like number stuff like appointment, meet and read. That's great. That is doing the work part, which is this one. You did good, but you didn't grow in yourself. Then how can you keep momentum to doing the work? Who in here last month fell and didn't have much result because you realize you didn't grow yourself? Some people, you say. So either that for young people, either that you have to, like fail to learn, or if you're smarter, you learn from other people. If you're smarter, then you stick with the mentorship. If you're smarter, then you already asked to apply. For 2 months, I promote HPH, but I didn't see anyone hustling for that. You can keep going and do the work without HPH, without wondering about yourself. 2 days ago, I asked 2 days ago, I post on the chat, UV chat that did you guys even reflect when you guys done with the meet and read? Not about reflect that meet and read only, but reflect yourself as well. Few years ago when I do meet and read, and they have the 5 value sharing out, right? And I was like, wow, one of that have the values con become the better version of yourself. But that month, I didn't see myself become the better version of myself yet. And I text Phil, I say, hey Phil, I realize one thing. If we keep talking about these values during the meet and read, but we don't even grow ourselves, we don't even become the better version, then how can we talk? How can we keep talking in that meet and read? I didn't feel any passionate when I mentioned about that values. So you say, so meet and read, when you book, it's not just about booking meet and read, but about the time that you're gonna talk with yourself. When you DTM people, you mention about your dream. You remind yourself about your dream. When you mention about the like the values, you remind yourself about that too. But not much people in here, you are types of person that values the undersurvey things. Let me be honest, so many people quit because they didn't grow themselves. A lot of in different team. But don't compare, oh, I'm not quit yet, I'm okay. No. You in here, you don't do anything, you don't grow anything. That's gonna be your future. In the next few months, it's gonna be your future. Either you're gonna down, you lost the belief, or you're gonna quit the business. So I'm not in here, I'm not the motivation speaker like Jeff or like Luke or like everyone, but I'm just really worried for my kid. I'm worried for my IBO. You say, I know that some of you come to me one-on-one with your own personal problem. And when me and my upline, we share about, hey, you have to fix it, you have to fix that. You don't. The next month, you're still the same. And then you keep come to us and crying, hey, how come I don't have result yet? Bruh, you don't have result because you don't take upline advice seriously. Say? So the day that you say yes with the process, you launch. You've not become the core IBO yet, guys. Jeff always told you become a good student before a leader. Become a good downline before you expect yourself to become an upline. And look at the whole thing, guys. Each of you, I believe you have one candidate, right? You have one candidate in the process right now, right? Our team right now is almost 30 people. If everyone launch one person, the team gonna hit 60 people. 60 people. I'd rather work with 6 lion, but not 60 cat. Because 6 lion can create a business. 60 cats create a market. And what does market mean? People keep going in and out. and they're not gonna stick. You already in here, you in here, which is mean you already better than the people outside. Do not compare you to them. Corey, why you still here? You already here for a few months. I still don't know why you're not launched yet. I still don't know what stopped you to do the work yet. It's something that missing, right? Everyone in here is a good people, but you never raise your standard to questioning how to become a core IBO, how to become the IBO that my upline have trust and believe in me, how to become the upline that how to become the IBO that my upline not gonna worry if whenever I feel down or not. How to become the downline that my upline don't have to worry about my personal growth because I know that it is my responsibility. Do you think Phil remind us about personal growth? Man, whenever he remind is when we make the huge mistake. He don't have time to remind it every single day. But some people in here, I remind you guys every single day on the chat. Hey, please read. Hey, please listening. Please listen to audio. I even forward the audio to your personal chat. You don't even listen. I remember your name. You should know that is you. You say? So if you keep running away from personal growth like this, again, I don't guarantee your result. Okay? But everyone, when you're excited, okay, Stella, I'm gonna be your next PBI. Oh my God, trust me. Thank you. I thank you. I thank you for that. I trust you, but I don't trust your actions because there's no action yet. I'm okay to working with the one that don't have a leg yet, but he or she really grow inside. You know, Phil, he always say with the other leg that Jeffrey and Stella, they might go platinum late, but when they go platinum, they go with the right character, they go with the right attitudes, they go with the right growing inside, truly from inside to outside. A lot of platinum going platinum very fast, but drop down. So when we're talking about vision, this is the vision. Do you want to just joining the business just to join the business, or you truly want to make the big deal of this? Do you want to bring the 20K check to your parents? Do you want to just your friend gonna look up to you with a different eyes? You know, the moment that you grow in yourself is when you look at the mirror, you even surprise. Wow, I did change a lot. But most of you in here, I know that you don't grow anything for so long. You keep running away from it. When Upline give advice, you ignore the chat. When Upline give advice, you even mute the chat. The chat don't work. That's why I have to bring everyone on the Zoom today. And if the Zoom don't work, we're gonna talk in person. And if the person don't work, then okay, I leave you alone. You have your own space. You say. So when the upline getting harder with you, you should feel blessed. Because that is the moment they still care for you. So when I talk about vision, of course, we're gonna talk about number today as well. But that is the business side. But I know that how to keep that vision alive is only when you grow the inside. When you become the core IBO, you read, you listen audio, you do the work, you HBH. You have the relationship with upline. So now everyone should list out and then put the check mark in when you feel like you did good. And this is a thing that you have to keep going doing it. Even look, me, Phil, Jeff, Susan, whoever in here, as an upline of you, we still try to build relationship with Phil. We already have the better relationship compared to you guys, to be honest. But whenever I look up to Phil, I still have some respect, very straight. Because I don't have what he has yet. But I saw Luke stay at HQ. Jeff gonna move in. Susan stay at HQ. do you know that we're very blessed that we have that upline that stay at HQ with you guys? Do you know that how many lessons, how many tough times that they have to go through? But no one asks, no one curious. They're not platinum yet, but they have been collecting a lot of lessons. They know why they're not platinum yet. But for some of you in here, you don't even know why you are not BFI yet. Who do you think you are? And I just feel very waste time to keep HPH about doing the word, phone call, whatsoever. Some people don't even take it seriously. So please, 2 things you have to do in here. Learn to do the work. Second, keep going, learn to become a human. Keep going to become a person, have the good character and the attitudes right. Some people, we launch you and then we add you in the group chat very easily. You don't even take the group chat seriously. You check your chat with the post and the coworker a lot because you're afraid to lose the job. But you're not afraid to lose your business because in here, no one can kick you out. You know that, right? But hey, don't let the whole upline don't reply you anymore and don't even know that you will still survive in the business. That is horrible feeling, man. That is horrible feeling. Say so. I think that Miko, he very good at number things. He gonna mention with you about number, and me and Chef gonna go back to mention about the vision with you guys. Okay, I know that I started training with a little bit heavy feeling, but hey, we don't really have this much for a while. You don't know that we have so many crucial conversation with Phil. You don't know that every IBO who want a chance must have the crucial conversation with the upline. And some of you in here, we still leave you along very peace of mind. Like, like your life in the business is still very normal. Okay. For me, I either have to fight the crucial conversation with my upline, and then we understand each other more. Then my upline just hold it inside. I hold it inside. And we never have the good relationship and have the right expectation with each other. Does that make sense? It's like you have to fight with your girlfriend sometime to know more about her. You have to fight with your coworkers sometime. You have to have the better relationship with them. You have to fight with your friends sometime. You say. But so far, I feel like our team is really like the team with the very peace of mind. But that's scary because it's nothing new. Nothing new happened, you say. And Miko, do you mind to mention why you kind of want to talk about BFI and BBI today again, even though we already have?
Awesome. Thank you, Stella. I think for the team, I wanted to talk about BFI and BBI because, if we really want to move on to not just platinum, but for your own platinumship, right? Like you also got to hit these pin levels too. And so when you go BFI, like you have to have that vision to get into the BBI as well. But the thing that Stella's mentioning is most people just look at BFI like, oh, just money, it's just number. But they don't see that every level has a different devil. And so even myself, when I looked at the check that I got from last year in 2022, the check was $40. And I felt shameful just to show that to my mom back then. And then I come to this year, now the check is $600. It's very different, right? But I didn't see before that I wish I shared it earlier was that the difference between that $40 check, that $600 check was there were some things I had to go through. There were some things that I had to overcome in order to achieve it. And so I wanted to talk about BFI and BBI with you guys because in order to get to that next level, like you had to go through some personal problem, go through some personal things so that you could overcome. And that's why the check come. The amount of money that you get is from the value that you add to other people. Yeah. So those are some things that I believe is very important because it's not just for Jeff and Stella platinumship, but it's for your guys platinumship too. And it start with identifying some people go to BFI and BBI. They said that if you come to the Seven Springs leadership with 2 BBI legs, that's how you know the platinumship is just a matter of time. And then I hope when you hear that from like someone like Sugi, you can start to see it yourself. So, thank you, Stella, for sharing, on the path to core and the vision for ourselves to go from IBO to core, because even myself, I go through some problem like that. Like I'm still growing with you guys. I'm not perfect either. I have some things that I'm also growing, like, and I'm also on that journey. And that's why I said, let's go through it together. Let's have that struggle. Let's, when we go BFI and BBI together, it's when we overcome some problems together and we say, we'll feel emotional after tonight. We're going to get hit hard. But that's when we're going to ask some question like, how can I be core? What can I do next? How can I become better than who I was coming into the meeting today? Yeah, I want to start with that. Thank you, Stella. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I think Maple, you can finish your part. Yeah, which is, mention. And I think that, Miko, he want to mention this because some people still wondering how to go BFI and BBI. Yeah, like you say on the stage is one thing, but how to go and what to expect is different thing. You want to be a normal BFI or core BFI. You say, let me ask everyone in here, do you want to go BFI and then you drop down with one person? Do you want that happen?
No.
Of course not, right? That's why that we very highly recommend growing outside and doing the work at the same time. Is that hard? It is. But if you keep doing the work and then you fail and you don't realize, it's even harder. You're gonna doubt yourself. You're gonna lose the belief. You're gonna plan the business. You're gonna plan yourself. But in the reality, it just you didn't start it right. The first step you take is already wrong. What happened now? Just do it again. Whoever don't start yet, and that's a good time for you to start it now. Whoever start but fail and did wrong, that's good too. At least you know about yourself. I don't expect anyone in here perfect right at the beginning because I didn't as well. Jeff didn't as well. But what we can tell with you is do it again together. We're still together. That's the good already. The fact you're still here is good already, but I don't want you to waste your time. So Miko, you can talk about number stuff, but again, me and Jeff gonna talk about how to become a core BFI and BBI.
Awesome. Thank you, Stella.
Woo.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, guys, I wanted to talk with you guys a little bit about number. I'm gonna have some fun. And then we're gonna shoot it back to Jeff and Stella to talk about how you can solidify it. But I think one thing when it comes to talking about vision for your business, right? How many of you guys have actually studied the compensation plan? How many of you guys actually take a look at that, at all of the compensation plan? Not enough yet, right? Now, I want to show you some number. Maybe it's going to entice you to take a look at that. And why is this important? Why you really need to listen today is because sometimes you don't know why you need to overcome some personal problem. Like, why do I need to overcome being lazy? Why do I need to overcome communication? Why do I need to overcome some personal growth? And why do I have that drive? Is because maybe you haven't seen the reward from overcoming your problem. I know for myself, I didn't have that vision yet to see when I overcome my personal problem, I can grow in my ability. I can help another person with that. That's why I'm going to have leaders in my team. And then those leaders going to lead to more passive income. And so we somehow have been in a business to create a system, but you don't know how the system works. So I'm going to share with you a couple of things. I know some of you guys have already talked about how the compensation plan work at a basic level, or maybe you watched the video. And so maybe some of today going to be some review, and most of it is going to be for like some of the new people that haven't known how to calculate the money. But I hope when I show you how to calculate the money, it's not just about how to calculate it, but you can attach a goal to that number. If I show you how you start to make $300 a month, I hope it's not just $300. You can see that $300 and say, that's one more step for me to be debt free. Or you could say, that's $300 towards my tuition. That's $300 towards my parents' bill. And so I'm going to share with you guys some number, how to do some calculation. And it really going to relate with the foundation video called Why You Need Life Goals by Phil. Okay. So I'm going to talk about, those are some things I'm going to cover about. And so I'd love to have some interaction. It's a bit informal, and I'm going to draw some things for you guys. Who here knows how to calculate? What are the different ways to make money? Can anyone give me some shout outs? You guys can unmute and give me some interaction. Looking to talking back and forth with you guys. Anybody know what's the first? Give me some ways that you guys make money through Amway.
The bonus schedule.
Retail performance bonus.
Performance bonus. It's you start with something called personal PV. Is that right? This thing right here, personal PV bonus. That's the first one.
Oh,
Okay.
I
What's
like
what's another one? You guys know what's the other one outside of just personal PV? What is it?
Incentives.
Customer
What happens when you have legs?
Differentials.
Differential. That's right. You get also differential. Where does differential come from? That's when you grow the team. I mean, you guys come in here not just to create active income the whole time. So this is how your key to get yourself passive income. This is why you need to build your structure. That's why core IBO is important, because it'll help you get this thing right here, right? All right, what's the last thing I want to share is, do you guys know there's actually more ways to make money? There's more ways. Can you believe that? There's actually a lot more ways, and I'm going to talk about, really touch on it really brief, because I feel like you guys should go do your own research and try to play with the number itself. But it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna draw a couple things and make it nice for you guys. Okay, you guys ready for that? You guys ready for that? Okay, I don't even hear
Yeah.
it. Okay, okay, okay. Let's draw this something. So can you guys see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me switch so that I can start to draw. Yeah. Okay. Can you guys see me right? Very cool.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So for those of us who's new, who's brand new, do you guys know how to like the compensation plan? You guys know what is 1 PV equal to?
About 3 BV.
Okay, 3 BV, right? Where's Max and not Max, Corey and Atlantis? You guys know this? You guys can interact with me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. 1 PV is 3 BV. I'm gonna blow your minds today, guys, and then I'm gonna connect it back to BFI, BBI, and show you guys a couple things. So if 1 PV is 3 BV, you guys already know that the different levels is 100, 300. You guys can give me something, 600. What's next? 1,000 and 1,500, right? 2,500, 4,000, 6,000, and then 7,500. What's the goal? To get up here, right? Why you guys want to stay at the bottom? And so as you go up the level, you're getting the percentage of your BV. Is that right? You guys know this? 18%. I wish I could just have shown you a picture and then it would have been a lot faster, but 25%. So Corey, what is the first way of making money? You remember that product expo? What's the first way you could make money?
For retail.
Retail. So in Amway compensation plan, the first one is there's the retail profit. Do you know how much is the retail profit? You remember?
No.
Okay, so retail profit is approximately 11.11% of your sales. So how much PV did you make during the product expo? 300?
Like
How much?
300. Yeah, like around,
300 PV,
around
right?
over. Yeah.
So if you had 300 PV, which is equal to $900, right? About that much, then you should get around an extra $10 from that, right? 10%. No. Sorry, that's 1%. 90, around $90. But I know your retail was actually 120. So we actually made more than 300 PV, right? So that's the first way you make money, guys. It's very simple. When a customer orders from your account or you make a sale, you can actually get 11.11% from that, right? That's perfect. But
Yep.
that's not the focus today. We're talking about things like differential and then calculating your check. So where's Atlantis? Atlantis, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Atlantis, last month, what was your PV at?
I think it was like 60 PV.
Okay, 60 PV. So the ways you can make money is things through called the CSI, and then there's the performance bonus. So what is CSI? That's the customer sales incentive. So I don't want to make it so long. You guys got to really do the research on this, but customer sales incentive, as long as you're less than 1,000 PV, you're making you get some percentage of your VCS. Just need to remember that. And so you'll get a little bit of money from that. But the thing is the performance. And so let's say Atlantis is like this by himself. And then his personal PV was 60 PV. So Corey, where is he in the bonus schedule, the bracket?
Under 3%.
He wasn't there yet. He needed to go
Yeah.
100 PV in order to get the 3%, right? But you know why he made money was because of CSI. He made 12% of this 60 PV. So that's going to be his check. But now let's look at the case of Corey, right? Which was 300 PV. And so what bracket are you in, Corey? If you're 300.
6%.
Okay, you're at the 6% bracket, right? Is that 6% of 300 or is it 6% of your BV?
Of my BV.
Of your BV. So what's your BV percentage?
900.
900. So anybody have a calculator? 900 at 6%? Anybody know what that is? I put 0.06%. This should be 54, I think. Is that right?
That's
Yeah.
50. Okay, 54. Yeah, thank you. All the people who have the calculator, please have that on you. $54, right? And so because Corey or Atlantis or anybody, still start the business new, you guys don't have any downline just yet. Right now, the way you make money is through your performance bonus. Am I clear so far? You just make money through the performance bonus. Your personal PV, which was 300, you're at the 6% bracket, so you get 6% of 300. Bam, you get 54 bucks. That's a great deal so far. Plus a retail profit, 120. That means Corey's gonna make a check, maybe 200 or less, somewhere around there, middle of April. That's great. But the whole purpose of this business is so that you can expand, you can grow your number, you can start to have legs, right? And so there was a new incentive. Does anybody know about the new incentive that came out recently? Oh, this is new. This is new for some people. They don't know about this. It came out in April. Can anybody give me a shout? What's the new incentive that just came out?
the path to bronze.
Boom, path to bronze, right? P2B. I'm just gonna say P2B. I don't want to write it out, right? Okay. So how do you qualify path to bronze? Hey Corey, so I know you're gonna go out, or Atlantis, or anybody out there looking for downline like Ayush or anybody like that. As you guys gonna build your business and going out there, you look to be core, right? You go networking, you share your story, you go DTM. This is the purpose behind that, okay? Why you need to grow your ability to share story is so that you can start to qualify for this money. Check this out. Let's say Corey, you guys out there, you launch person A, person B. You've got 2 legs. How cool is that? Okay, that's cool. But check this out. As long as this 2, person A and person B, they did 50 PV. As long as you guys, those 2 people did 50 PV and they're less than 6 months into business, you get a $50 check on top of your money. How cool would it be to get an extra $50? If you don't like it, I'll take it, but that's cool for me. Now, Was your goal to only go 2 legs, or were you looking to go BFI? BFI? Anybody? Yeah, I'm sure you guys goal to go BFI, right? And so in order to go BFI, you need 3 legs. So that's why they also give you the incentive that, let's say Corey is here, he launched 3 legs. They all do that 50 PV. And then they're all less than 6 months. Now you get $800 instead. That's a great deal. On the way that you guys get to bronze, the company is always looking for a way to incentivize you to grow your number, grow your team, and get yourself into the BFI and BBI qualifications. And this is a great start. So that when you have your first leg, you have your second leg, you have your third leg, as you start to grow yourself and you're teaching them, bam, now they're all doing 50 PV at minimum 50 PV. Now you can qualify for that $50, $100. How much easier would it be now to talk about your business? It's easier, right? Am I clear so far? Good? Okay. I haven't even talked about how to calculate that full check yet, so there's already a lot of money. Let's say Ayush, you look to go BFI, is that right?
I do.
Let's say Ayush, do you know how to go BFI though?
You have to be at 600 PV. And
Okay.
you have to have 3 legs at 3%.
3 legs at 3%. Okay. So it would look something like this.
That's right.
Okay, perfect.
Wow.
So Corey Atlantis, you guys got this, right? 100 PV, just like that. You guys understand this? Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Easy, right? So how many of you guys know how much you get at BFI? Do you guys know? $300? Any other guess?
Hey, I've heard 200.
200? Okay.
30%.
30%? Yep, that's true. Let's calculate. Let's play some numbers here. Okay, Ayush. Let's say you went by minimum qualifications. So minimum qualifications is 600 PV with 3 legs at 3%. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay, so let's say each of them is at 100 PV, 100, 200, 300. So then that means that you did 300 PV here. Let's just say theoretically, okay? Right? So what's the first thing we need to calculate? That's the performance bonus, personal performance bonus. So number 1, we're gonna start with, so Ayush did 300 PV, right? How much BV did you do, Ayush?
900.
Okay, how did you get that?
300 times 3.
Multiplied by 3, so you had 900 BV. And now, what do you do with that 900 BV?
Now you go back on the performance bonus schedule.
Okay,
So 900 BV. That's at the 9%.
that's
Sorry,
right. So you're at 9%. So what is the 9% of 900 BV?
It's at 6%. Sorry.
6%?
Yeah.
No, his group is at 600 PV. This is his group PV. And then Ayush personally did 300. So that means he's at the 6%. Sorry, he's at the 9%, but he did personal 300.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So how much should be like 80?
It's like $81.
$81, right?
Yep.
All right. That's the first part of your check is $81. Second part of your check is your differential, right? So this one is going to be a little bit confusing for if you're new, but follow along with me. So, Corey, Ayush has 3 legs, right? 1, 2, 3. So
Yep.
he can make money off of each these 3. So if his 3 legs are all at 100 PV, what bracket are they in?
3%.
3%. So this guy's at 3%. He's at 3%. He's at 3%. Is that clear so far? Okay, perfect. So he's at 3%. So now check this out. Ayush, what bracket are you in?
I'm in the 9% bracket.
You're at the 9%. So let me use a different color because this can be could get confusing. He's at 9%, but each person is at 3. So you can calculate this by now saying 9%, which is Ayush's bracket, subtract the 3%, which is all of his legs. So if this is A, B, and C, leg 1A, Ayush personal bracket minus
A
leg
personal.
A, right?
A personal. Yes.
Which gets you 6% of ABV, A's BV, like this. What is A's BV, guys?
300.
300. So what is 6% of 300? What is that? What is it?
18.
18.
$18. Okay. So because Ayush has 3 legs who are B and C at the same number, we're just going to multiply this by 3. So 18 times 3 is what?
54.
54, right? Okay, perfect. So we've got the first part, $81. That's your personal performance bonus. You've got the second part, which is a cumulative of all of your legs. So in this case, Ayush has 3 legs between those 3. Hey, if you're lost right now, go watch the compensation video. All right. But he's making 3%. He's making the differential from all of his legs, and so he's got $54. So what's 81 plus 54?
135.
135, right? What was that? $135, is that right?
Yes, that's right.
That's amazing. So that's Ayush check if he wasn't BFI. But in this scenario, he does qualify BFI, is that right? So
Yeah.
BFI, you add 30%. So what is this multiplied by 1.3?
175.5.
$175.50. This is the minimum check that you will get, Ayush. $200 almost. Ooh, that's a great deal already.
Good cash.
And how long can you qualify for this? Do you know?
12 out of 18 months.
Awesome, awesome. Am I clear so far on BFI?
Fair.
Perfect. So you guys all should look into getting to BFI. And the great thing is that if you even just do the very minimum, you get yourself 3 legs, they all just do 100 PV, then you yourself do 300. The minimum check you're taking a look at is between $175. That's a great deal already, making 30%. And now what if you're like, let's say like Kevin. Okay, so Kevin, what was your PV last month?
1,000.
Okay, so check this out. This applies. So this is an example where you guys could be. I want you guys to take a look at this. So let's say Kevin, what was your personal PV?
700.
700, right? So you have Sophie here, who did 300.
Mhm.
400, okay. So you're actually 1100 PV. Let's say that Kevin had 3 legs. He was BFI. Let's see how much money you could have got, right?
Oh, mate.
There's a lot. Check this out. So let's say this is 1100. Let's just say you went 1500. So 1100. Let's say you did 300 here. Can you add this? 1000, and then this was 100 PV, maybe, right? So let's know how to calculate your check so you can analyze other people's business too. Oh, sorry, that's 1500 money. It should be 1500 PV. Is that right? So if your group is at 1500 PV, what bracket are you in, Kevin? What bracket are you in?
15%.
Perfect. You're at 15%. So if your group PV, okay, so and then you did 700 PV, what's your BV? That's 2100 BV, right? And then 2100 multiplied by 15%, what is that number?
105.
What is it?
105.
$105. And then three legs. So this was 6%. This was also 6%. This is at 3%. And then you're at 15.
315, not 105.
Okay, so A
315, not 105.
It's
Or
350.
the
Yeah.
where?
2,100 times 15%.
Oh, my bad,
315.
my bad.
This is $315. Oh my gosh,
315,
Kevin,
yes.
you're scamming yourself. Man. What the heck? Okay, check
I'm
this out.
checking
These
you guys
differentials,
focus or not.
this is 9%. So 9% of $900. What is that?
81.
I can't hear the HQ very well.
Should be 81.
81.
81. And then B, which is Sophie's case, she had 400 PV. So again, 15% minus 6. You guys know that. And then that is 1200 BV. And you get 9% of it, which is
101.
108.
$108. Right. Then the last leg that he has, which is at 300 BV at differential of 15, that's 12%, right? What's 12% of 300?
36.
What is it? 36?
Yep.
Okay, $36. So add this all together. What do you get? What's 315 plus 81 plus 108 plus 36?
432.
$432. My gosh, Kevin. You getting rich, man. And you're at BFI. Multiply this by 1.3. What's this check?
Wait. It's 540.
540, 540.
It's 540.
Yeah.
And soulmate's check is huge.
So what's 540 multiplied by
550.
what is this?
550.
40. 540 multiplied by 1.3.
702.
702.
$702 at BFI. Kevin, I know that make more money than Ayush job right now.
Yeah.
What the heck, man?
Dang.
Just BFI, 3 legs. Come on. Okay,
Hey, you didn't.
who
you
wants to
didn't-
predict Kwan's check right now? Who wants to predict?
Hey, Miko. You didn't
1.6K.
add the retail margin.
Oh yeah, plus retail margin, whatever that's gonna. Damn.
Should be well over $1,000.
You guys start to see how you can do this? How if you could put your name right here, this is the main idea you should take away is don't you start to have the vision that wait, didn't my check get bigger when I have more legs? So if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs as an eagle, look at how much differential you're gonna get in the business. But a lot of people got stuck here. They got stuck with 1, with 2, with 3, but they didn't study the compensation plan to see that, wait, I need to get 4, 5, 6 so that I get 6 different differentials. That's crazy. Okay, when I did some of the math for Kwan's check, and I just went some theory numbers, and you should get something at BBI, you're getting like anywhere between $1,200 to $2,000. Do you guys see that? $1,200 to $2,000. So what did I talk about so far is how to calculate your check. First is you've got your retail profit. Second is you calculating your personal performance bonus. That's the first thing that will show up on your website. Second thing is the differential, which means you should take away that you got to draw some number like this. Spend some time to dream a little bit to think, what if my structure was a 3x5 right now? How much can I make? And then you can start to work backwards, like what Stella's talking about earlier. Hey, I want to go 3x5 because that can help me get, what was it, almost $200 at minimum. Or if I'm like Kevin right now with 3 legs at 1,500 PV, I could be making a $702 check. What? How can I get that number? And how can I keep it? That's where Jeff Stella gonna show you how you can continue making that check every month. Because what's the point? You made this $702, but only 1 month. No point, right? You want to make it every single month. And so I hope you guys can start to see how to calculate that. If you're a bit confused, there's a video you guys can check out. It just takes some practice. You guys got to play with the number a little bit so that you can start to envision. So what level do I really want to achieve? And I want to show you something that maybe you guys missed in the compensation plan and why you got to check it out. And I'm going to go through this relatively fast, like I said, so I can give more time with my upline. But you guys have you guys ever heard of a monthly leadership bonus? Have you guys heard of that before? Who's heard about it? Okay, some people. Perfect. So the leadership bonus, I don't want to make this so complicated, but you guys really got to check out this really amazing idea that Amway is here to reward you for breaking 7,500 PV. So this is where you could start to have your vision is as you study the compensation plan, check this out. Imagine that you have 7,500 PV, you're silver, but you didn't just go silver by yourself. You went silver with, let's say, this person, A, way in depth. He also went 7,500 PV. Check this out. Is that you guys remember that royalty, that 6% thing in the plan? This is where it's coming in. You guys got to really pay attention because now you can get 6% of this, which rolls up to the next person. Rolls up, bam, this is 1,350. And then let's say that this person was maybe like 1,000 PV, something like that. So 6% of 3,000, whatever that number is going to be. How much is that, Ayush, or whoever has a calculator? What's 6% of 3,000?
180.
180.
Yeah.
And so this number, because they're not 7,500, they're going to roll up again. And so now it's, what's 1,350 plus 180? What is that number?
1,530.
1,530. Let's say this person is also at like, I don't know, 1,050 PV or something like that. And they're also about 3,000. So let's just play with the numbers, make it fast. You add another 180. And then now 1,530 Ayush plus 180. What do you get? So that 1,710 goes up to you up here, $1,710. And now, because you have a silver in depth, what do you get after you subtract 1,350? $1,710 minus 1,350. What do you get? $360. No, you keep the 1,350 from up here. You keep the 1,350, and then there's the other 1,350 that goes up. So you get more money. Don't mean to confuse you guys so much with all these different numbers, but hope you can see is, hey, you actually get more money actually with more silvers that you break in depth, because that's what is leading to Phil's check. Did you know Phil's check is at $10,000? And that's because he has all these silvers in depth, all these platinums in depth that are leading up to his business. And so this is really where you can start to go back to that compensation plan, draw some number, and start to really see how will I get to Phil's business, where every month I'm making like 10K. Plus you get the emerald. Look at how much money there's. There's the emerald bonus. There's even like the emerald stock bonus. There's the diamond bonus. There's the FAA points. And then there's another like global award points. Look at how much money there is in store for you guys, right? So what's the main point that you want to take away? One, can you start to calculate and draw out what kind of structure that you want to have? Can you be able to start to envision and imagine what kind of business do I want to have? Do I want to go BBI with just 3 legs or BBI with 4 or 5 or 6? What would that look like? How much can I make a month? There's no limit, right? And then start to draw for yourself like, okay, so if I want to have this goal, then this is the structure I need. Now you can go back to ask question like, hey, if I want this structure, what do I need to do to get there? If I want to make this kind of an income, that not just create that income, but I keep it. And as you look further than just going 7,500, you start to see, dang, there's a lot of money involved. There's a leadership bonus, there's the ILB bonus, there's a foster bonus, there's the Emerald incentive, which is $121,000. There's the diamond incentive. There's so many checks out there that are waiting for you guys. And it's just a matter of you really ask to how can I be able to get there, right? So there's a lot that maybe you guys haven't checked out yet in the Amway education page or the Amway compensation plan that I really encourage you. If maybe you're not a number guy, okay? Maybe you're not the numbers guy, but at least can you start to create a vision? Start to create a vision for yourself that will give you a reason to want to change yourself. Okay? So I hope not to make that so confusing, but to overwhelm you or something like that. But I hope you got the main idea is you can calculate your monthly, you can calculate where you want to be. And so with that, I want to give it back to Jeff Stella. Thank you.
Woohoo.
Woo, let's go, Miko.
Thank you,
Okay,
Miko.
okay. Awesome. Okay, thanks so much, Miko and Stella. We just want to appreciate that. And I hope that, these are just some topics that some of you guys can start doing as well. Like if I hear you talk about being a number person, you want to make money, but you can't explain the compensation plan, make money, but you don't know where the money is coming from, Van, right? I mean, sorry, I don't mean to name drop. I'm kidding. But anyways, anyone who says they want to make money, but they don't know the compensation plan is just funny to me, right? It's like you say you want to learn how to make Thai food, but you're making pho. It's just like you don't know what you're talking about, And so, just because it's already been it's already 10:30. It's an hour and a half. I'm just gonna take like 15 minutes or something. I promise it's not gonna take too long. But I just want to make it clear things that I saw some of our team is going through. And my goal is not necessarily to solve it, but I just want to bring awareness so that we're all hopefully on the same page. And so sorry, I'm still sick, and so I can't talk so much. But here's the thing, guys. I think one thing I think most people are confused about is when we talk about like mindset and attitude, you might be confused about what we really mean by that. It's not just like an idea, but what exactly do we mean by mindset and what exactly do we mean by attitude? And so I just want to kind of maybe help you break it down, and at least for the business first, and maybe another day we can go more in depth. But I think part of the goal for most people is that we want to have a successful life, right? And so we could kind of start there and just say like, okay, well, this can be our successful life. Let's say we want to have success, right? But what do you want to have success in? Anyone want to just say a few things?
Financially.
Okay, there's money, right?
Time.
Money, there's time. What else is there?
Fitness.
Relationship.
Family, relationship, sure.
Miko.
Yeah, relationship, that could be like family and friends, that could be like and other things as well, like your actual family. Okay, right. There's a couple others, whatever it is, but maybe you can spend some time for yourself, right? And so the question is like, okay, well, how do you achieve those things, right? These are mostly the values, right? And so I want you to consider, at least for me, so far, I believe that I can find most of these values by building this business, okay? And so it's not just about success, but success and where is going to get you those values. And so you can look at, let's just say for today, I'm just going to talk about Amway itself, right? And you want to get success in this business. And then for you, let's say most people are talking about BFI, and then they want to talk about BBI, they want to talk about, let's say, Platinum, right? And whatever it is, Q12. And so after you draw this out for yourself, you have to start to identify, why do people succeed or why do people fail in what they're doing, right? And so let's say to go BFI, what do you need to have to go BFI? Miko just went over it.
600 PV, 3 legs, 3 other 6%.
Awesome. Thanks, Jasmine. So like 600 PV and all the other stuff, okay? And so what are your things that you need to do to get those 3 legs and 600 PV?
We need to have the mindset of a core IBO and do the work.
But that's too general. Mindset, core IBO, that's just like the talk, you know? It's like, how do you graduate college? You know, you're supposed to graduate, but how many units do you need? And you know what I mean? If you want to create the recipe to make fried rice, you got to be able to tell me, number one, is all the ingredients. And number two is all the steps or the instructions that it takes to assemble those ingredients, right? And if you do it in the right way, you should be able to make fried rice, okay? And so in the case of going BFI, for example, then there are some things that you need to do. Let's just say S for success and then F for failure, right? So to succeed in this is easy. Is like, okay, for 600 PV, you need to make PV and then you need to get 3 legs, right? And so how do you do that? Well, I guess 3 legs start from there. It has nothing to do with your depth yet, right? And so you have to just be able to get 3 legs. And try to draw it bigger. 3 separate legs, right? And so how do you get those 3 legs? I mean, long story short, but you need to know how to do the process. Okay? Well, doing the process, there's a part that you can do the appointments and let's say your upline help you. And then there's a point that eventually you have to do it by yourself. Okay? And so there's a mutual relationship is that I want to help someone get BFI, but once they go BFI, I want them to be able to start to be able to teach someone else how to go BFI, you know? Because it's not supposed to start at just you. My goal of helping someone become successful is not for the success to stop at them. If I'm going to help Jasmine or Ayush or Shreyas or Mina go BFI, I want them to start to be able to help someone achieve BFI as well, right? And so you start to kind of break things down. PV, well, 600 PV, right? Well, it could be each person, maybe you somehow get a team of 6 and each person does 100, right? Or you just launch those 3 people, each of them do 150. So I don't know what it is going to be for you, right? And maybe from those 50 PV is from Ditto, and then 50 PV is, or sorry, 100 PV is from customer. Then that's something that you have to be able to teach and do for yourself first, right? And so let's say everyone who wants, let's say I heard Ayush say he wants to do BFI, right? Then the first thing he has to do is, can he at least do this for himself? Oops. Like that is going to be his main focus, right? Is how can he get his Ditto and how can he get customer? How can he work with his upline and how can he start to learn the process? And then I guess part of it is, you know, at least you have to go out and let's say network or send message, right? Those are the things that you got to do for yourself. All these other things, you know, that's kind of your upline will slowly start to teach you the mindset and whatnot. But even you know it, it's not going to help you if you can't do the foundational things, right? And so what does that mean? Let's say Ditto. How do you have Ditto? Is you use your budget. Okay, cool. You start to see it, right? Let's say you have to have a budget for it, meaning you need to have a job. Doesn't that make sense? Right? Let's say from customers. I don't know whether it's bundles or something, it requires some skill set, requires some willingness to do the work, whatever it is, right? Let's say who here is doing a lot of customers now? KD, right? What do you have to do to get the customers you have today? What is one thing that you feel like you did?
Building relationship.
Building relationship. Okay. So from that skill set is building a relationship, right? So how did you learn how to build a relationship?
Learning the skill set in the business, grow ourselves, learn how to work with people.
Okay. So I don't know, maybe in general, you went to meetings and then you read book, maybe you listen to some audio or some night owl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Okay. And so you start to see that, okay, I guess these things here are things that are important for you to know how to do. I know it's hard to see, but night owl, association, audio, book, the basics, right? Take care of your job for your Ditto, the basics. And so the reason I'm just gonna point those out, the rest, I'm not gonna spend so much time on today, but let me move into, this is all of why like you can succeed, right? If this is what it takes for you to succeed, then what about this part of failing? Why do you think some people fail in going BFI? What slows them down? What makes them delay their goal? Everyone should have something to say. Otherwise, you should be BFI already.
Emotional.
Huh?
Emotional.
Emotional?
Lack of self-growth.
Emotional is not a root problem. What is it that caused you to be emotional? Okay, I guess we can still put emotional, right?
Unclear why. No why.
Unclear why, okay. A why problem.
Why
Usually
problem?
that leads to just the wrong expectation. Okay. Anything else? Someone else speak up, I heard.
Lack of self-growth.
Lack of self-growth. How does that affect their business? What exactly do they need to grow? What do you mean by self-growth? What area?
Like lack of the 9 core step.
9 core step is more like the activities, not really about self-growth.
Condition problem.
Self-growth, maybe you could say, is like, again, I don't have a lot of space, so sorry if this is very messy. Let's say self-growth is maybe like you need to have reflection and critical thinking and transparency, I guess, if you want to help on your upline. Mentorship, I guess. Hopefully you're following, because I know my handwriting is really bad, but I want to take too long. Okay, right? Self-growth, okay. What else stops people from going BFI? What else slows you down? Like, is this really what you deal with every day? Okay, let's say Van, I know, just sorry to put you out there, but what is something you're dealing with right now that is really annoying you? Talk a little bit.
Like right now?
Yeah.
I think it's already listed up there.
This is about skill set, right? Let's say about how has not having a job affected you?
Doing PV wise, yes.
Okay. Why has it affected your PV?
Well, because when I have a job, it's easier for me to like, get a lot of products and like retail and everything, because I have that safe feeling that even if I don't move all of my products, income will still come in the next month. But then when I don't have a job, then I feel pressure to like move all of my products in order to get money back.
So money is a thing, right? Job, and then your money, your budget. Another thing is it probably takes away your time from the business, because now you have to put effort to look for a job. A lot more energy is put into something that is not your business. And when that happens, you can't, of course, expect the business to grow when you spend less time and less energy on it, right? So not having a job affects your money. It affects I guess it affects your business, because, you want to go and get customers, maybe products or your ditto. It affects your time. Who here screwed up with school? Let's talk about Shreyas, maybe.
Ooh.
Put everyone on blast.
No.
Who here? What is it? Oh, Betty is not here. Is it Justin? Oh, Justin as well. Hey, Justin.
Oh man.
Did you screw up one class?
I have to retake a class.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a very far, okay, but let's say school, right? So what happened for you? My pen.
Bad time management.
Well, what exactly happened? So there's a class that you have to retake?
Yeah.
Oh, my pen stopped
I
working.
putting enough effort into or time into, I guess, the programming assignments. I was kind of doing the bare minimum. And those assignments actually take probably a while. If you do CS, then you know about something called the debugging and finding that white space, But yeah, I underestimated kind of how much time it will take, and that's why I failed. Oops.
Okay, so school, and then how does school now you have to spend extra time to fix the class?
Extra time repeating the thing.
Extra money to pay for the class to retake?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not your money, but you should be aware. Okay, and in general, here's the thing that I want to point out, okay? Do you start to notice, what's the color here? The reason why people fail, this stuff here, this stuff here, this stuff here, this stuff here, is the same reason why people succeed. Do you get my point? So most of the things that people don't do well in and what leads to them failing the business, but if they learn to do well in it, it can lead to their success in the business. And a lot of the times if we share like, hey, take care of your budget. A lot of people are like, I have a job now, it's okay, right? My budget's fine. People are like, well, I set up my schedule. Okay, I'm good to go, right? But have you ever thought of it this way? But what if you set it up in a way that doesn't work for your business? How do you know if it's good or bad? If Justin knew about this now, would he have taken an L or whatever and spent like an extra hour every day to finish his homework for that class?
Yep.
Instead of now having to spend 2 more months for like a summer class or a whole nother quarter?
I need to actually catch up now. I'm kind of behind on everything.
Like I know Van lost her job, but looking back, does she wish she was a little bit more careful to not mess up at work so she can keep that job that was local for her and more convenient and at school? And she can even fake half the hours. Okay, right? And so I just want to point out when we talk about like, what is the mindset to succeed? And I know this is a mess, right? My only message is that when we see problems, do you see it the same way as us? That is how I know that someone is on track to be able to grow their team. It's like if Phil is going to talk about, let's say Miko's talking about making money, right? I don't have BFI yet, and I don't have a team, 3 legs, and so that's so far away. So I'm just gonna think about, well, what can I do for myself first, right? BFI, I don't even have candidates yet, so how can I go BFI? I need to at least let me make sure that I'm a good copy. As I'm gonna boil it down to something that works for me, right? I'm not gonna just absent-mindedly or just randomly list, oh, okay, go BFI, BFI, BFI. That is like my plan to succeed in 6 months. But what is something that I can do this month or the next 3 months? My upline always told us to build your business function to function. Every 3 months, you need to check, did your business grow or not? And if it didn't grow, if your life didn't grow, then probably you didn't make the right decisions. And you have to go back to the drawing board and see what didn't work out, right? And so 1 month is too quick to make a decision because maybe it's not enough time to check, but 3 months I think is reasonable, right? To see. And so now when people are getting new quarter, new semester, or they're getting their summer class, like I know who really wants to go BFI based on how seriously they care about the stuff I circled in blue. Right, this stuff. This little stuff, this little stuff. This little stuff, this stuff, this little stuff, this little stuff. Because I don't want anything that can affect my business. I know that these are the same things. If I do well and if I avoid these failures and if I do well in, then I can make my business grow. Like I was very attentive. I can notice when I was about to lose my job, And so I remember about 4 years ago or something, in August, I think August 15th, like the second week of August, I could just tell that my boss was about to fire me. How do I know? They brought in a new intern and started to give her the same tasks that I was given. So I was like, you know, they just hired someone new and they're teaching her exactly the things that I should be doing. You know,
Man, like the pain is like when they ask you to train the new intern.
yeah, or something like that, you know? Like I already had a feeling like I don't really know what's gonna happen. They didn't say anything yet, but I told Phil right away, exact same things that I'm learning. And so I don't know how long I'm gonna have in this job. And so the moment that they hired that, the same week, I started to send out new job resumes, new job. So I started to send out new resumes. 2 weeks later, I was still sending resumes. 2 weeks later, at the end of August, they fired me. The week after that, I already had a new job because I was already sending out resumes. There was only 1 week of me not having a job. So the point is what? Like, I want to make sure as much as I can that I can avoid things that take me away from my business. And so I think the first thing is you don't have to be good at solving problems, but can you slowly start to get good at noticing problems? Can you slowly start to see, like, what is it that made me fail? We cannot prepare you to go platinum because I cannot teach you like 15 different foundational things and you can learn it in just 1 month, right? But at least the things that you failed in, can you learn to make it a big deal for yourself? Can you learn to save other people from making the same mistake? That's what I want to see more of. If you screwed up in school, I mean, yeah, it sucks, but hey, at least make it very clear. Everyone else, please don't repeat the same mistake as me. Now Van should be very clear. If she doesn't know why getting a job is important, even now, then all her team will have the same problem. And I'm not talking about like the ones who are 25 and 26, okay? I'm talking about students. If same as Justin, students, if you don't take care of school, well, then you're gonna have to deal with all that problem for your team as well. And so at least you can start to practice. Whatever you screwed up in, just make sure no one else screws up in. Because funnily enough, I think after Justin messed up, but I found out Ayusha's struggling with school, Atlantis is struggling with school. I'm like, I wonder where this came from. Oh yeah, Shreya screwed up with school too. Amazing. It's like, truly, it comes from someone, right?
Dang.
And maybe it came from me too. I don't know. I wasn't the best student. So if you want to blame someone, I raise my hand, but again, eventually, like I'm 26. I don't exactly know all the little things in school now. I just know the general stuff. But how can you take care of people to avoid these problems, right? Do they know the seriousness of having a job? Do they know the seriousness of, making sure they don't mess up with their time and money, right? And so you just have to kind of develop that sensor of when something is going wrong in your team. Like if I don't see my team on the group chat for a while, I'm going to start to question, is it because of family or school or they're all at work? Like that's what I might not be good at solving it, but at least I can start to notice, okay, I'm going to ask my upline for help, but I need to make sure that I don't have the same problem. And so when Stella's talking about the vision, it's not about thinking about platinum. It's about, are you a good example for other people to learn from to go plat, right? Can you at least, let's say, can you do the 9 core steps? Can you talk about the business plan? Do you know how to take care of your budget? Do you know how to take care of your time? Doesn't mean you're perfect, but do you have some sort of schedule set up? Are you consistently HPHing? Sometimes I don't necessarily HPH with my upline because I have to, but maybe there's a different way for them to solve the problem that I want to learn from. And I want to set a right example for my team, right? I don't do things anymore based on if I feel like I need it or not, but because I have a responsibility now, to do what my team needs to do. And so you guys don't know, but Stella and I are like in constant communication with our upline, like with Phil and Luna, and then we have our own group chat with all of our upline too. If there's anything in our life problem, they know right away. Some of y'all, I don't know even if you're sick that day. Some of y'all, I don't know if you have job that day. It's so to me, you don't treat the business well, but you expect the business to treat you well. And so don't expect the business to give you a lot of success and a lot of rewards when you didn't do a good job in taking care of it, right? And so I don't know who is going to understand this point, right? But I hope you understand that the ones who are very successful are just the ones who are very good at the basic little things. It's not about how good you train. It's not the one who is the best speaker, the best at event planning, the best at making PV, the best at doing meet and greets. I feel like there's always someone else who did something better than me. I just feel like compared to the rest, we take care of our basic stuff a little bit better. That's the only difference between me and you. Just the basics we take care of, we're more serious about. Okay. So hope that makes sense, guys. Just want to point that out for y'all. You can see how even the things that people fail in are the exact same things that let them succeed. And so if you just learn how to take care of those things, then you should be able to go BFI. And so hope that brings some awareness for you. Okay. I don't know who likes this kind of mind mapping, but I think it helps, hopefully. And so I guess, that's it for today. Sorry, I'm a little bit drowsy, but at the end of the day, this is the basics for you to succeed, right? We haven't even gone to the point where we can talk about leadership. We can talk about how do you create the right market, the right team culture for your team? How can you be a good leader for your downline? There's a lot of really cool topics like that I feel like we cannot teach yet because our team still struggles with the basics.
The other team, they talk about market strategy, kind of this and that, like very look at the real business owner. But for this team, we still very delay of talking about that. It's because we don't want to make it very hard for you guys either when you still have to dealing with condition with life, But, just the day that we still delay to talking about real business, then the day that you're gonna like the vision in the business. Say, is anyone in here want to know more about how to building a team, which market to, send message to or anything like that? I think you want it because you want money, right? But again, you cannot even deal with your life. Then how can we talking about business? You say, some people jump into the business very quickly, okay, excited doing the work, but don't set the long term, like goal for it. Now you mess up. And some people just stay the same, don't do anything. So the whole thing that Jeff talking about, we have more to mention. But again, you should have the vision of build a business long term. Because to be honest with you guys, back then I have a thought of pausing the business, to be honest. I'm not really, really strong either. When I was down, when I was emotional, I thought about pause the business. But I have never thought about quitting the business because I know this business is the only one good environment and good opportunity for me to lean on. That's the only opportunity that care about my growth, my family, my emotion, and even try to help me make money. So for so long, you kind of put us in the corner, which is we cannot talking about business with you guys, real business with you guys, because we could just keep problem with life. Some people mess up with time, some people mess up with money. I have the whole list of everyone who mess up right now, and then we even have the plan to really talk with you guys, one-on-one. But here's the thing. Most of the time, one-on-one talk is from upline suggestion, but not you. When you make a mistake, you're running away. You don't even ask for our time to sit down and HBS about that. As I already say, HBS is every area in life. HBS about life, HBS about business, HBS about yourself, HBS about relationship, everything. HBS is just the name, it's just the the concept of asking advice from the one already have the result that you are looking for. But how come you only ask HBS in business but not in life? And now you mess up with life. We in the qualification of platinum. If you let your condition mess up, then you mess up with the goal as well. One PV from you is the plus for us. But if you mess up with money, with time, and you cannot find more people, you cannot create more PV, your business delay as well. You don't know that if 6 months we can go platinum, it means you have to be BFI as well at that time, BFI or BBI at that time. But so far, you don't grow inside. You don't respect your time. You don't respect your money. Some people still use parent money. I don't understand. If you use parent money to build business, I'm sorry, you're not mature enough. If you waste your time with emotional, I'm sorry, you're not adult. You say, and then what if the next few months your parent gonna wondering, hey, if you go to work, where is all your money for go? You cannot say that you put it in business though. Because if you say you put it in a business, they're gonna ask, okay, so where's the money? Did you have any profit yet? You say? And then it's come out that, oh, I just put in for PV and then buy product and stock product over there. You don't even go sell. You don't even find customer. You don't even find more people. We cannot go platinum with the same number. Everyone aware it, right? It's like same too. You cannot go 300 with only you. You can do it for 1 or 2 months, but it's gonna very hard for you in the long term. How can you make 300 PV, 600 PV by yourself? Even you go 1,000, some people are gonna have ego with me and say, oh, I can go 1,000 by myself. Sure, but you're gonna stuck over there. You cannot go 2,000 without the downline, without candidate, without downline. You say? But if you keep messing up with condition and then you delay a month, 2 months, 3 months, if you mess it up, you need the whole month to rebuilding it. You get my point? If you lost a job, you need the whole month to get another job. What if that's a very good job? If you mess up with school, I don't tell you have to be a perfect or a great student, but at least please pass the class. If you mess up with school, you see now you have to take the new class for the next semester. That's 5 months, 3 months per semester. Now you have to relearn it. It's such a waste times. Say, the moment that you're emotional, please get up. Try your best to finish the work. If you stop your emotional right away, focus on finish what you need to finish, then you don't need to retake the class. You don't need to waste time to find another job. You say, not just school and job, but car, a lot of people got into car accident or, like police give you a ticket just because you drive the wrong lane or park the wrong parking. And then you have to pay for 30 or like 70 or $100. And you waste your time to go to work again to make that money. So the whole scenario of how to be a good IPO or core IPO is you learn to deal with your life and build a business at the same time. If you can do it, your downline have no excuse. But if you cannot, then your downline later gonna say, Justin, you don't know how to handle with school. Why you expect me to be good at school and build a business? Not focus on school. You don't do it good and you don't do business right away. What you expect me to be a good downline for you? Why you have to expect me to be a good downline for you? You say? So a lot of things that you guys doing right now gonna give your downline become weaker. Gonna give the excuse for your downline. Yeah. If you do good, if you mess up in life, at least be good in business then. Right? Like if you do good in school and job and your business not grow, that makes sense too. Like at least there's one area that you're good at. School, mess up with family, mess up with job, and business don't even grow. Man, what did you do for the whole 6 months, man? What did you do for the whole one that from the day that you launched until now? But okay, if that is that if some people need that time to realize, then that's good too. If you keep doubting yourself and emotional right now, you're gonna waste another month to stay in the downtime. Some people need to mess up everything to realize and accept that they are not fast. But if someone right now you still not even accept that you are emotional, you are weak, or you need help, and God bless you. You need another 6 months of a whole year to accept that you are wrong. Accept that you need mentorship. You see, if someone is smart, right after they done with the process, selection process, to become the IPO, they already know that they need help. But most of us in here, I know that we're not smart enough. We're not fast enough. That's why that we need to very fail in life to realize. You see, now is the time that you have to go back to your coach and like kind of HPS really one-on-one and personal with your upline. Okay. So I hope that you take this time seriously because I don't want you to lost the belief and hope. Some people just need to fix that area, but then you can take it to very extreme. Like, oh my God, my character has some problem. I don't have the ability. My capacity is low. No, you just need to improve that area only. So don't take it too extreme. You see? So this month is the month that we're gonna hit 7,500 PV and realize our personal problem as well, which is very great month. I don't feel anything bad of this month either. It's a great month. Last month we run because of excitement, but this month we still keep running, even though some of you guys in here struggling with life. Okay? Yeah, and I think with that is already 2 hours. So hope you guys can take this talk today seriously, and then we have to make some change. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
Amazing training.
Okay, bye guys.
Wow, let's grow together, guys. Go back, please study.
Focus on school. Don't mess it up.
Okay. Amazing. And so, I'm really excited where we go with this tonight. Let's come back after tonight. Are you gonna text? I know for sure. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna go in there, start texting my plan. Hey, I'm gonna start changing this. How can I start to improve myself and start to grow? Right? So let's get out there, guys. I'm really excited because right now you might feel sad, but that's and why you feel down. But that's why you're gonna start to grow. So I'm excited, guys. Let's get out there. We got a really awesome bowl plan coming tomorrow. Duke and Phoebe is gonna be happening. That's huge. If you've got bowl plan guests, you are already like 1/3 of the way done for San Diego. And then Friday night, we've got JoJo coming in all the way to San Jose so she can drop some knowledge bombs for us. So confirm your guests, gang. Confirm your guests. Make sure they're coming in because we've got best of the best already, right? Get out there, get some contacts, get qualified for San Diego, get some guests for these amazing speakers, and start growing yourself as you grow your network. I can't wait for it. I'm so excited, getting ready to get out there with you guys. Yeah. Who's gonna grow with me, man? Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go and let's go. Wait, let's go and let's grow. Man, that's a tongue twister. That's a good one. Yeah.